morning, guys. It's week 8. Hard to believe we are at the halfway point. Hopefully, you've been adding to your Twitter every week. If you do that each week diligently, 10, 15, 20 sites every week, ones that your instructors give you, sites that I give you, sites that you stumble across. Like last week, you did the Flipgrid and you found a hashtag and you found several resources. I'm betting money in your little search for your Flipgrid assignment. You probably could have got all of your hashtags for last week. This week, we're going to explore a resource called Adobe Spark Page. Actually, there are 3 tools in the suite. Adobe Spark Post, which I would say is kind of a simplified version of Canva. It's pretty cool. You can make simple things with it, not quite as complicated as stuff as you can do in Canva, but very useful nonetheless. The other tool is Adobe Spark Video, which we'll actually do next week. But this week, we're going to do Adobe Spark Page. This is going to allow you to make it's a very long, technically it's a web page, but it's a safe web page. In other words, you can't find the URL unless somebody gives it to you. So that's good for schools. You can log in with Google, you can log in with Facebook, you can log in with just an email and create an account. So that's kind of up to you. When you're creating these education accounts, I would encourage you not to use your Facebook login. I wouldn't tie it to my Facebook. I would actually have a Gmail account created that I just use for all these education classes, education sites and things like that. It's kind of what I do. I have this ded318@gmail.com. That's how I ask you to tweet, how I ask you to text message me, etc. And I use that when I'm creating all of these education accounts. So I would encourage you to do that. You all have a YouTube account now, so I know you all have some sort of a Gmail login. But you might want to create just an exclusive Gmail. You don't have to use the email. Just use it to create all these accounts with. That's pretty handy. Slate is an awesome tool. Well, actually, I just said Slate. They changed the name of it recently. They rebranded it. Now it's called Adobe Spark Page. It used to be called Adobe Slate. But if you do a search on the internet for tutorials and information about it, anything you find with the word Slate attached to it, it still applies. All Adobe did was really rebrand it. The tool is identical. It does the same thing it did before they changed the name and works the same way. So that's a good thing, at least. I made a Adobe page. I can't get that Slate out of my brain. I made an Adobe Spark page that is actually the tutorial. It's linked off the week 8 page. Make sure you look at it. Step-by-step instructions for how to do literally everything is in there. There's a video that I made about a year ago about using the tool, and it still completely applies with the project you're going to do. Of course, your project is going to be curriculum-based. You're going to teach a lesson using this tool. Teachers are using this everywhere. I've never shown this to a teacher yet that did not get excited. I actually learned about it from a teacher. So this is probably one of the most popular tools out there. The nice part about it is it has an app, but it also works web-based and is identical on both platforms. In fact, there is no difference in it between using it on your iPad and using it web-based. It actually was only an app for about the first year it was out, and last year sometime they came out with the web-based version. Truthfully, I've probably done more of them on my iPad than I've done web-based, but it does work exactly the same way. I think you will really like this tool. Now, a few pictures and a few sentences isn't going to cut it. This is involved. You want it to be a complete lesson with absolutely everything. So make sure you open the PDF, read all the instructions, watch the tutorials, etc. And I look forward to seeing your projects.